Space weather, date January 26, 2014. Prepared jointly by the U.S. Department of Commerce, NOAA, Space Weather Prediction Center and the U.S. Air Force. Updated 2014 January 26, 6:25 UTC. Joint U.S. Air Force NOAA Solar Geophysical Activity Report and Forecast, SDF number 24, issued at 2200 hours UTC on January 25, 2014. Solar activity has recently been low, however regions 1944 and 1946 are due to return around the east limb, on or about January 26. Region 1944 was one of the largest spot groups of cycle, and caused a total of 7 M-class flares and 1 X-class flare between January 1 and January 14. Region 1946 only managed to produce 1 M-class flare. We will have to wait to see if these regions have retained their size and magnetic complexity when they rotate onto the visible disk. Analysis of solar active regions and activity from January 24, 2100 hours UTC to January 25, 2100 hours UTC. Solar activity has been at low levels for the past 24 hours. There are currently 7 numbered sunspot regions on the disk. Geophysical activity summary January 24, 2100 hours UTC to January 25, 2100 hours UTC. The geomagnetic field has been at quiet to unsettled levels for the past 24 hours. Solar wind speed, as measured by the ACE spacecraft, reached a peak speed of 409 km per second at January 24, 2350 UTC. Total IMF reached 6 NT at January 24, 2128 UTC. The maximum southward component of BZ reached -5 NT at January 25, 106 UTC. Geophysical activity forecast. The geomagnetic field is expected to be at quiet levels on January 26, quiet to unsettled levels on January 27, and quiet to active levels on January 28. Solar activity forecast. Solar activity is expected to be low with a slight chance for an M-class flare on January 26, January 27, increasing to a chance for M-class flares on January 28. Today's space weather, Sunday, January 26. Last updated January 25, 2014 23:39 UTC, by the Australian Bureau of Meteorology. Solar activity was very low to low during January 25. 2 low-level C-class solar flares were observed during the previous 24 hours. All solar active regions are fairly stable at present. Further low-level C-class flares are probable today. A series of bright CMEs was ejected from the Sun during the previous 24 hours, but none of them are earthward directed. The prominent H-alpha solar filament rotating toward the western limb has been active but remains attached to the Sun. The solar wind speed has been light in the range 350 to 400 km per second. Geomagnetic activity has been quiet and is expected to remain quiet during the next 48 hours. HF radio propagation conditions in the Australian region are expected to be enhanced to strongly enhanced today.